stars. Quack, 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 quack. Breaking news. Cup of noodles are now microwave safe. So they weren't already? No. Instant ramen noodles have long been a staple for students, people who are incarcerated, people traveling, people shopping at the dollar store, working late night on production sets, and others with tight budgets and little free time. And for many, a piping hot serving of the salty, savory dish meant listening for the distinctive ping of a microwave. Really? I was waiting for my kettle to boil, or the kettle in the crafty area on a production set. And so, when Cup Noodles, the Nissin Foods brand, particularly popular because it comes in its own serving vessel, recently announced that it was changing its long-standing packaging to be microwave safe, many fans might have paused mid-slurp. For ages, ramen eaters have been going rogue, many without even realizing it, blithely nuking their cup noodles with water. You know, I never realized there was no of in the name. I just saw cup noodles and made it cup of noodles in my head. Nuking their cup noodles with water, glibly ignoring the instructions that called for boiling water separately. Like we all have kettles just sitting around. I do. Anyone who's traveled in Asia, you get the habit of boiling water to make sure ain't nothing swimming in it. Then pouring it into the foam container, then waiting for the noodles to soften. Such a rigmarole. There's the extra time needed, not to mention the dishes. Seems unthinkable for the busiest, laziest of us. These Westerners. You don't have a kettle? You can't put a lid on a pot and boil water? The boiling of water in a pot does not create dishes. That pot is even cleaner and more sanitized after you boil water in it because of heat. Science. Anyway, part of the appeal of the cup noodles, as opposed to those plastic wrapped packages with the little aluminum seasoning pouches, I think we all know them well, was their portability and no fuss prep. You could throw one into your bag to eat in the break room, at work, or make one in the dorm late night. Nissin said that its decision to switch from a polystyrene cup to a paper one was partly an environmental one. Well, good for them. The new cups will be made of 40% recycled fiber and will no longer be wrapped in plastic. Quote, this updated packaging and the new paper cup marks an important milestone for cup noodles and a key step in our environmental commitment. Michael Price, president and chief executive of the company's U.S. arm, said in a news release. In the announcement, the company also touted the new convenience of the format too. For the first time ever, cup noodles will be microwavable, no longer requiring boiling water, thus significantly reducing cooking time, it boasted. First time, not for many of its longtime fans. Some representative tweets. I was today years old when I found out you're not supposed to microwave cup noodles. And this whole time, cup noodles wasn't supposed to go in the microwave. Even before the switchover, there was a subgenre on TikTok of people surprised to learn that they weren't actually supposed to be nuking their cups. Quote, so I've been cooking these things wrong the entire time and no one ever told me, said a woman named Reba Lasha in a video from earlier this year in which she customizes the dish by dumping a bag of Cheetos into it. Wow, so much health. You know, really watching that sodium intake. Gosh, so delicious. Another popular social media trope is hacking ramen with all kinds of add-ins, from eggs to ice cream bars. It's very strange that it's got so much salt, but then people's hacks are putting lemon pepper and extra salt and salt sauce and hot sauce and soy sauce. Like, how much salt? I mean, it's just gonna turn into crystals in the cup. Like, I don't even think there's enough liquid to handle all that salt. Ice cream bars? I'm disgusted. I saw one person squeeze, artificial, like, pancake syrup, quote, to make it sweet and savory. Is there just no... Well, I know that sometimes there's a little dried up pea or carrot in the mix. So maybe that'll, help counteract the health effects of all that extra salt and sugar. Others, of course, chided the blissfully unaware among them. Quote, they literally print the instructions on the side of the cup. I didn't even know that it said cup noodles and not cup of noodles. One wrote, others apparently knew but didn't care. Aware or not, noodle nukers have been living on the edge this whole time. Microwaving the old packaging carried potential safety and health risks. Yes, polystyrene contains a chemical called styrene, which the government has classified as a, quote, reasonably anticipated human carcinogen, unquote, that can leach out during the microwaving process and into food. Food being a term used very liberally here. Experts say, though, that the danger isn't in occasionally warming up the takeout and foam containers, but rather in accumulating the substance over time. And look out for splattered microwaves or worse. Heating the foam cups in the microwave could also compromise the container's structural integrity. I know that's right, causing the contents to leak or spill on your appliance or on you while you're removing it. A number of states have passed bans on the use of polystyrene containers for food and other uses, mostly citing environmental concerns, since those tons of plates and clamshells can't be recycled. While those drawbacks might have been a real back in the day, while those